Hey, my name is Melissa and I'm gonna be opening up my book of the month box. I am very excited to show you what I got. I recently, in December, I finished the reading challenge for the year. So I got my candle. It's amber and vanilla, which I don't know what amber smells like, but it does smell like vanilla. It has like a nice toasty smell to it. And then there's this card that says I finished the challenge. Cute. Alright, this month I've never gotten 3 books, but this month I got 3 books. I couldn't fully decide which one I wanted to read over the others. That was really intriguing to me. So maybe I was just feeling festive because it was like Christmas time, right after Christmas time. I don't know, but I ended up getting 3. Oh, these are pretty covers. Okay, the first one is The Prophets, and this book, look how beautiful it is. Look at these faces. What it says is a singular and stunning debut novel about the forbidden union between 2 enslaved young men on a deep South plantation. And it seems like they find refuge and love and solace within one another. But obviously this causes tension because of their homosexuality. Something about this book and the way it's being described makes me think of The Water Dancer. It's not magical realism at all, but it sounds like it has a very poetic, dark nature to it, which is why I picked it up. It says, with a lyricism reminiscent of Toni Morrison, Robert Jones Jr. fiercely summons the voices of slaver and enslaved alike. So I thought this would be haunting, kind of sad, and hopefully a good read. So that's The Prophets. Next is Outlawed by Anna North. And I loved that the title like overlaps the Book of the Month logo. I thought that was really cute. So something about this book is so intriguing to me, but at the same time very puzzling and frustrating. So I feel like whenever there's a very popular book, at least 2 or 3 other books are published later on with either a very similar cover or like similar settings, like a similar air to it, and this kind of feels that way, at least from initial just like my initial thoughts on it. It seems like it's kind of reminiscent of Upright Women, which was a very popular book last year. Okay, another thing, this book sounds like it's trying to do a whole lot in not that many pages. So we're in the US, but it's a different US. The year is apparently 1894, and this young woman, she lives in a town that almost like, it sounds like they follow some sort of cult or something kind of like that, and it's based off of Christian-ish values, like very loosely Christian-ish. But yeah, and then there's witches, like there's a witch hunt if you have trouble having children, and there's also like a hidden, like, so when she becomes an outlaw, she finds other women that don't fit the typical woman. So from what I understand, she might find transgender women out here, non-binary people, women who choose not to marry, who choose not to have children. And yeah, it just sounds like it might take on too much, because it sounds like there's gonna be elements of reminiscent of the Salem witch trials, elements reminiscent, it just sounds like it's gonna be a lot, but at the same time it sounds interesting, and we'll see what I think about that one. And lastly, I picked The Survivors by Jane Harper. I had never heard of Jane Harper or read one of her books, but apparently she is very famous and has written a lot of spooky, creepy, mystery books. So from what I know about this book, there's a seaside town, and this young man witnesses and maybe is involved in a very horrible crime. And many years later, he comes back to visit with his wife and I believe his children, and things start to unravel and secrets start to become not secret. And yeah, it's described as creepy. It's also described as a slow build, which I usually stray away from, but I'm hoping it'll be good. And I'm equally curious about each book, and I'm hesitant about each book as well for different reasons. But yeah, I'm excited to read and see what they're all about, and then share my thoughts hopefully soon. So those are my picks. I hope that maybe that made it a little easier for you to pick your picks. There's also 2 other books that you can also check out on the website. And that is all from me. Have a fabulous day. Bye.